So Eva, how are you doing this week?
Doing everything is good.
Yeah. So
And,
you were just watching Jeopardy before we went live. What happened tonight?
yes, Canadian, I believe, yeah, she lost by $1.
Okay.
The woman placed that she it was $15,600. And Mateo was bet against it -$1, and she lost. So she's now off. He was one of the longest ones to 20 days.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about it.
It's all right. It's all right. So I'm just going to recap to everybody. So what Eva just basically indicated, though, that the lady actually that was Canadian, from Nova Scotia, though, she actually lost by $1. So that's basically what had happened. It's kind of bad, especially like she did really good though, actually, for the show, which was awesome. So it's like did you hear though? Did you hear about today?
I'm sorry?
Did you hear about what today was?
Well, it's nurses, and there's a couple. What is it?
Happened. Okay, sorry for that. What was that?
I know it's Nurses Day. So what else?
All right, so today is National Soda Day. So what's your favorite soda?
Barks Root Beer. It's
Barks
the
Root Beer.
best.
Yes. Yeah.
Cold, but over ice.
Okay, all right, and it's still not the same. Like actually up here, my favorite though is actually Dr. Pepper. But yeah,
I'm a pepper. You're a pepper. She's a pepper. We're all pepper.
Yeah. So hopefully though we're gonna get people tuning in. But anyways though, I know I did the post for today. But anyways though, we do say welcome to everybody though that's actually joining us for the very first one. Actually here on YouTube, we have switched formats. We were talking about doing that last week. But besides all that though, Eva, your week was really good, or?
It was. We are finishing up some legal matters regarding my uncle's estate. That was a good thing. And this weekend, I don't know. Now, do you celebrate Mother's Day?
Yeah. Mother's Day is this weekend, but I'll just say it to all the. Well, actually, we'll both say it. Though, welcome to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers within North America. So yeah, and happy Mother's Day to your mom.
She walked by. I don't know if I saw her.
No, I haven't seen her actually on camera yet.
Oh, she just walked by behind me. She doesn't want to interfere because she knows that this is important. So she's got other things that she can do in the house. Yep. And she also we're all going to be here tomorrow, all of us, my brothers and sister. So that's going to be a good thing.
Well, that's gonna be good. So, all right. Well, right now, though, we have nobody popping in just yet. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy actually the EIP, and then we're gonna just actually send that actually over to you. Actually, back to the old way that we had, so the way people can know right where we are. Again, though, is even I would love to do some actually readings for you. Even do you want to let some of the people know? Well, we're actually going we're live right now, so let them know what type of readings you do by chance. What kind of readings do you do?
What do you want me to do?
What kind of readings do you do? Do you do or do you do tarot readings?
Who did? I've lost you completely. Hang on. Talk to me. Oh, damn. I'm completely out. Let me get, how do I get back? There we go.
Still fine, Eva. You're
Okay. Okay. I panic. This is all kind of new stuff to me in a way. Okay, what are we doing? Okay. Okay. Sure. I actually go with 2 decks, but I'm going to keep it down to 1 deck, which is the Aquarian deck or the Aquarius deck. I've been calling this the Art Nouveau deck. It is not, although it does have a very Art Nouveau look to it. That's what, 5 of rods. Chariot. The Tower. The other deck that I will be using is the Russian deck or the deck of St. Petersburg. Get this one out here. Left a deck in, left one of the cards in there. I guess I wouldn't be playing with the full deck then, will I? Ha ha ha. Oh, there's been questions about that for a long time. The St. Petersburg deck is was done in the early 90s, just after Glass Now. That one is the Emperor. Bring that out a little bit. Here we go. Very, very icon driven. There's a lot nice, interesting story that goes with this deck. The original artist was contacted. I can't remember who exactly, but he was contacted to do the whole deck, and he agreed to do it. And he did it in the matter of Russian icons that are found in the churches. He is considered one of the world's top iconist, and he is part of the deck. And he had all of the major arcana done, all of the cups done, the cups, and I can't remember a little bit of others involved. Well, he passed away before getting it finished, and then because of Glass Now, where basically Russia opened up to the rest of the world, several other of his students took over. So we don't know who actually finished the deck because the names were never allowed to be used. So if you really know art and you really know, especially art of the icons, when you look through, you can see about 4 different styles. The master iconist himself, and then through his students. And I have studied this deck, and you can see a distinct style difference in these. I can. Most of the people that I do the readings with them, they just go, oh, those are pretty. And that's about the extent of it. So, excuse me. So that's, like I say, the Russian deck. Here's the box that goes with it. You see it back there. And then, I don't know, do you want to hear the little story that goes with this? Sure. Okay. Met a lady, her name's Marilyn, and we got to talking about different things, and she discovered that I do readings and said that was something I always wanted to get in. Is there someone out there? Okay. And she asked, could you help me get into this? And I said, sure, no problem. I can teach you a little bit here and there. And she started buying decks. Well, the first deck she bought was this Russian deck. And I said, I use that one, but it can be very, very brutal. It's a very, very honest deck. And sometimes it's almost too honest. Well, unfortunately, Marilyn passed away, and I knew her brother from other contacts, and I asked if I could possibly get one of the decks. And he said, sure, because she was like I was, she was starting to collect decks, and I just had the other one. The brother and sister-in-law came over to my house, and they gave me this deck, which is a little tin box that is the universal weight traditional deck, but it's smaller size. And I was hoping for a personal. Well, about 3 weeks later, they came back and they handed me this box with the deck, which was her personal deck. And they said, we want you to have this. And so it's a very, very special deck to me. And I try and do something with it every day, do a little reading. So that's where I'm at with this particular deck. Anything else?
Use your profile here. All right, there we go. And yeah, so welcome everybody to the reading night tonight. I am Trevor. I am your technical person for the night, moderator, and working with these guys here tonight with you. So Eva is on today and talking a little bit about her decks that she uses while Chris just fixes something technical issue that we're having, unfortunately. But hopefully he'll be back in a moment. But Eva, thank you for describing your decks that you have, that you use. And do you want to start with a couple of freebie readings just to see what we can get started?
Sure.
Just do a random one just to see what you feel for the energy, I guess, what you're picking up.
I'm sorry?
Can you just do like a random general to start with? Like a general reading?
Just a general reading?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use the Aquarian deck for a general reading. Let me do my thing here. I should have done this before, but I didn't. I apologize. And what was the lady's name?
There's nobody with questions just yet, but just do a general
reading just a basic
for, just to get yourself started tonight.
Okay. One of the big things right now here in the States is this whole Supreme Court thing, and that's been going through my mind. So I'm going to do a quick reading on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that sounds
Ooh.
great.
When I do that, I just do a 3-card, 3-card drop and do a pull. And the first card pulled up was the Sun. Second card I pulled up is the Lovers. And the third card that I pulled up is the Ace of Swords. And it's kind of interesting because I quite often will associate the swords with a surgery of some sort, depending on the cards that go with it. I don't know. I'm sure it's made the news over there in Canada that the Supreme Court, was a leak of a draft that had to do with the ending the Roe v. Wade, which is allowing for abortions with no problems. And needless to say, it's been a very hectic time right now with this thing. And it's kind of interesting because I pulled the Sun, and the Sun to me is always, how shall I say it? The Sun brings it all out. It's all out. Let the sun shine. Let the sun in, all those little cliches. And I think what's happening is what this is saying. What's happening is there's going to be within the next 6 months. No, it's not that much until the primary or the midterms, which is in November. I think there's going to be a lot of things come out about some of these justices, and there's going to be questions about whether or not they are really qualified to be speaking out about this. The second card that I pulled, like I said, is Lovers. That's kind of an interesting card because when you think about what causes a pregnancy, when two people are making love, or there's other ways to describe it, but we'll leave it at that. You're supposed to smile, Chris. That's a funny Chris. Chris, can you hear me? Yes, I can. And in the tarot deck, I have other cards that I feel are more in tune with the Lovers, and that the Lovers in the major arcana are almost I don't know how to describe it. It's not like the Six of Cups to me in the tarot has more of a feeling of love, romance, caring, more of the ideal of what loves are. In this particular deck, it doesn't look as bad, but in other decks that I've used, the Lovers are almost a parody of what love is all about. And when you think about the abortion thing, unless it's something that's medically needed, like an ectopic pregnancy in the tube, health of the mother, there's a whole bunch of things that medically need to go with an abortion, but a lot of it is nothing near that. And this is what I'm picking up here, that this is one of the things that they're going to use against the Roe v. Wade. And then I see the Ace of Swords, and the Ace to me is, any of the aces are always a new beginning. And the Swords to me in this particular draw, I'm picking up that this is a new combat, a new war, a new battle, take your pick. And I think that what is going to happen, like I say, within the next year to 9 months, 6 to 9 months, excuse me. I think within the United States, there's going to be a lot of turmoil over the whole Supreme Court, not just on the abortion, but on other things. And I don't want to say people are going to take up arms, as in taking up a sword, but there is going to be some very interesting battles that are going to take place because some of the justices are really not qualified. They're only there because they were appointed and they got it through Congress. They're really not that qualified. And I always draw the top card, which in this case is the Two of Coins. Two of Coins can be a lot of things, but one of the things that you see is the balancing of the two coins, which in this particular deck, you do see it as kind of a juggling thing. I think there's going to be, again, get the impression of a lot of turmoil in the United States, not just because of that. That's just the whole Supreme Court thing is just going to be the start. I think we're going to see some with the midterms. We're going to see some really pitched battles, if you want to call it that. Okay, I know that's not a very happy reading, is it? That's what I'm picking up. Your turn. I can't hear you, Chris. Okay.
All right. How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right.
I can.
So sorry for that, everybody. I was actually having problems with the mic that I'm using. I do apologize. So Eva, I did get your readings. All right. Thanks a lot for everybody that actually has popped in so far. And though even we started talking though, we were talking at the beginning of our live stream though about it being International Soda Day. So and
Good stuff.
Eva's favorite is actually, what was it? Root beer?
Yes, Barks root beer.
Yeah. And then mine though is actually Dr. Pepper. So, but the taste actually up here in Canada is not the same actually as the States. All right. So do you, with your reading though that you just got, before we get actually into the questions that actually are live on screen right now, I do say thank you very much to Tatiana and Kelly for joining in. All right, I do say welcome. All right, and welcome, Chrissy Dawn. Again, those I was running into trouble. So, all right, so the very first one I got though, within the current situation, I'm going to do the 3 cards though, is Antelope. Make a decision, which is a strong one. All right, and take appropriate actions. All right, can you see that, Eva?
Just a second. Yes, I can see that.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so that one there, again, though, is basically though is make a decision and appropriate action. So that there goes with actually Eva's readings. Actually, that was about the states with the stuff with what I caught though was a little bit about the abortion stuff, so that there's make the right decision. The next one though I got though is actually wolves. And this one here is you are safe, which are the strong words, all right, and protected at all times, all right. So again, though, that goes with actually Eva's readings. I'm sorry though I missed most of it, but I just caught the little bit of the end. Again, I was running into problems with them with actually the mic and also the headset. So next one that I got though for this one here is honor your soul and your purpose. All right. All right. So with the stuff that's going actually on right now in the States, though, there's actually a lot of stuff actually to do with in the news this week. So basically, though, is there's the stuff about the abortion and a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyways, so Eva, there looks like there's a couple little messages actually on right now. The first one though that we're going to look actually at though, that one there is to do with Tatiana. All right. All right. So Tatiana did pop actually on. And let me just pull it back up so that way I can be able to get it. All right. So sorry, Kelly. So we're gonna go with Kelly. All right. Kelly will let you know more about actually her situation with her mother-in-law, and also do with actually her dad's will. All right. So that's what we're gonna look actually at. So Eva, you can go first.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. All right. So yes, I'm going to use actually the power animal cards that there's for Kelly. And those, I do apologize to everybody that's joined in. So yes. All right. So again, though, is you guys, like each week I keep on telling you guys, I'm actually a right-handed person, but I'm grabbing from the left because it's closer to the heart. All right. So I'm going to grab 3 cards for you, Kelly. All right. We're going to take a quick look actually at everything. I know you and I, we've been talking actually off the show, but yes. All right. So again, though, the first one I got that was drawn out to you, since I was thinking about you, this one here, again, though, is antelope. All right. Make a decision. All right. And take appropriate action. All right. I know things are going actually on. You might not get along with your stepmother. But still, take the appropriate action, all right? Make the decision so the way you know exactly which way you're actually going, so the way you can actually be able to get that going. So yes, all right. This is very important for you, indeed, and that way we can actually get everything right for you, and that way you can make the proper decision, know that you know actually is right. Make sure that things don't actually happen in the bad way. The next one though that actually we're looking at though is monkey. All right. The situation calls for adaptive. Basically though is for security. So I'll let you actually look at that one there. All right. So that's actually for that one there. So so that way it's more safe for you, a lot safer for her. All right, that way everything is being taken actually with the right proper direction. All right. The next one though that we're looking at though, and it is actually to do with Trevor, the moderator, actually his spirit bird. And this one, and I think it's Eva's also, but it is the Raven. And this one here is own your own power. All right. So again, they'll own. All right, your own power. So with everything that's going actually on with the will and everything else, all right, own your own power, all right, and say, hey, all right, I gotta accept what Dad actually wrote down. She's got to accept exactly what went on, and that way you guys are being a lot more safe according to the will. All right, wills can never be changed without a lawyer. So basically, those if your father actually did the will, your father's will go through in the right direction. All right, and Eva, for you, what do you get, love?
Hang on. What was the actual question again?
All right. Hi, I'd like to know what my dad has to say for himself now. So basically, though, is with the wheel stuff. I know Kelly's been talking about wheel stuff within the past, but her question was, hi, I'd like to know what my dad has to say for himself now.
Her dad is passed?
Yes, her father has just recently passed on.
And the will is contested?
I'm not too sure. Kelly, can you type that in? Has the will gone through by any chance within the lawyers? You can type in yes or no. That'd be wonderful, please, Kelly. I think it has gone through.
Well, that's the impression I get.
Okay.
What he did with love. I have the the Knight of Coins. Interesting. The Nine of Coins. And the Star. Oops, sorry. And the Star. And coins, of course, kind of speak for themselves, although not necessarily in the way a lot of people think. Money, money, money. But in this case, yes, it is indeed. And the Knight, I would say, is your father speaking to me. And what he is saying, because the way I'm looking at these, they are laid out so that the Knight is looking at the other cards, other two cards. The Nine of Coins, they call these pentacles. I have to be very careful about that. I can mispronounce that real easy.
So I'm sorry for doing this to you, Eva, but the message though that she got back was no, not yet. She's making everything difficult.
Who is she?
The stepmother.
Oh yes, stepmothers. Let's live up to the stereotype.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some surprises in the will. And I think the stepmother may not be too happy about it. But I think the kids are there. I get that there are like 3 children. I could be wrong. And they are going to be taken care of. The will was made out a while ago. I'm not sure. I just get that there's going to be some very big surprise. I shouldn't say big surprises, but startling surprises from the will. I get that there's portions that are not known to everyone, including his wife, including the children's and children. And as a result, when it comes out, there's going to be like, oh, wow, Dad did take care of us. So don't worry about it. I get that there's going to be, she may try and contest it, but there's not a lot of basis on what she can contest, because I'm not sure how it works in Canada, but being a sound mind and body type thing, when this will was written, I get the impression that there was not anything wrong with him. So it's going to be very difficult to contest it. She's going to try, but she's not going to get very far. The children will be taken care of. That's what I get.
Okay. All right. So those are actually messages that we've picked up for you, Kelly, and also you're actually 5 altogether, 5 actually sisters about your father's will. So, all right. So we've got right now Tatiana actually on, and so is Christy Dawn. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. If you guys like to be able to get readings done, that'd be wonderful. And Tatiana says root beer and Dr. Pepper are actually her favorite drinks for sodas. So, all right. So yeah, we're here just typing your questions. We'd love to actually hear from you guys. Again, though, tonight is the first show, so go right ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say, actually, not Dr. Pepper, the root beer is a lot better with a little bit of rum in it, too.
So true. So it's like yes, and Tatiana, I do see you right there. So thanks a lot. All right. And yeah, so if you guys would like to be able to ask questions, feel free. This is the new format that we're going to be doing, though. Is going to be actually just even myself. We're going to be live right here, actually on YouTube, so that way we can actually get everything done. That way you guys can be able to watch back and see what your readings were. All right, so Tatiana just typed in those. She would love just a general reading for herself. All right. And a couple of weeks ago that you were saying, though, that she would get in contact with her brother. She did get in contact with her brother. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to do anything else. So she's also typed in rum or vanilla ice cream is also good with the root beer. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if, do you have A&W over there?
Up here or for
Yeah.
Tatiana? Yeah, we do actually have mugs up here. We got the original root beer also up here, which is A&W.
What I like from A&W, it is basically a stirred float. So you have the root beer and the vanilla all stirred together instead of having to, it is so good. And the problem is, even when you get the large one, it's just not enough.
So true. All right. So basically, those I was able to pull. Yes, Todd, let you guys all know you guys are making us all hungry and also thirsty right now. So yes. So anyway, so is for Tatiana, I'm gonna just pull your cards. So I got the animal power cards for you, and the first one that I got actually for you though is again though is with what you and I had talked about just recently. Well, it was actually on my lunch break up here in Canada while you were actually down there in California. This is to do with actually some situations going actually on with your life. So the first one though is stand your ground. All right. So when it is a bear, so again, they'll stand your ground is what it's basically saying though. That way you can actually with the other sibling of yours, stand your ground, and that's one thing though I know that you've been doing. All right, and also to do with your work area. You are looking for a good job, so that's basically going to help you out to actually stand out a little bit more stronger than anybody else. All right, the next one though it's Alex. I might not have the proper pronunciation, but look beyond the important information. All right. So right there, look beyond the important information with your current situation. All right. And that's one thing that I know that you're doing though but it's actually saying though is look beyond the important information though that's actually around you. And that's one thing though that actually would get those with your sibling. It's good though. All right. And that's awesome though, especially what you and I had talked about. I don't know if I'd be allowed to talk about that, Tatiana. If so, please let me know. Actually, with online, I can just briefly indicate a little bit if you don't mind. But anyway, so it's the next one though that we're looking at though. Again, it's Trevor's favorite spiritual bird, and it is Raven. All right. So own your power. All right. Don't let anybody knock you down. All right, girl. You stand tall. You're standing strong. All right. And it's going to always be uplifting, yeah, no matter what. So, all right. So I'm just going to see if there's any more messages that have popped in. And no, but so that's what I got. So Eva, what do you got by any chance?
I haven't turned them over. That's why it's taking so long.
The
Star. The Empress. Queen of Coins. And her question was just a general input.
Just a general, yeah.
It's kind of interesting because the Empress and the Queen of Coins, and both of those are strong women. With the Star, I'm not really picking up a whole lot more than what you were saying. So the next 3 to 6 weeks, there's going to be some more input from your brother. I don't know exactly what's going to happen or how it's going to come out, but it is going to be a good thing. I wouldn't worry about it. It's going to be a situation coming that will, I'm not really sure exactly, but it has to do with work. But you're going to come out ahead on it. You're going to be the one they're going to look at and say, oh, okay. It's going to be a good thing. Again, 3 to 6 weeks. And that's about all I'm picking up right now.
Okay.
What was the one? Stand your ground?
Yeah, so basically the ones I got.
Well, that kind of goes with the Empress. You have your beliefs and you know what you're capable of, and you know that you can do it. Don't let them tell you any different. Stand your ground. And if nothing else, take out your gun.
Well, we don't want
in Florida, they have the
ahead.
stand your ground laws, which means you can shoot someone and it's okay. I'm like, I am sorry. I am so sorry. One of the things that I have discovered is when spirit talks to me, it has a sense of humor. One day I was talking about trying to connect with a channel to do channeling.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. And I looked up and there in front of me were all my guides dressed in surfer things. Well, and I'm going like, what? And they said, well, isn't this channel surfing?
It's so classic. I love that.
I know. My guides have a sense of humor, and I have to really be careful because sometimes it comes through in a meeting and it's like, no, they're here for something serious, not for.
Yeah.
But then again, my one teacher always told us, if you can't laugh, you don't belong in this.
Okay, all right. So Tatiana says, thank you very much. All right, totally makes sense to her. She's got to go. All right, Tatiana, I do say thanks a lot. Hope to talk to you very shortly. Hope to talk to you very shortly. All right. So we actually have right now, we have a new subscriber actually in for tonight, and that is Cheryl. So hey Cheryl, nice to see you. Hope you're doing good. So Cheryl is basically just looking for a general reading tonight. That's what she's looking for.
General reading. All
yeah.
Right.
All right. All right, and Christy afterwards. Christy, if you want to be able to type in your question again, I know that the screen has been a little bit jumping tonight, which is awesome, but welcome everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also let your friends know about actually Friday night's live readings with Eva and myself, actually here right on YouTube. Alrighty. So Eva, I'll let you go first if you want to.
Okay.
Yep. And again, that was for Cheryl.
Oh my. Oh my. Cheryl wants a general reading, but from the 4 cards the 3 cards, there's actually 4 cards because one popped out.
All right.
First card was the Page of Cups. Second card was the 2 of Cups. And the third card was the 8 of Cups. And the card that popped out was the 4 of Cups. Oops, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, got that.
Which is rather interesting. 2, 4, 8. 2, 4, 8. Which in numerology is a little bit interesting because it's a progression. And cups generally are very emotional. But my impression is she is concerned about a relationship. That was my impression. And the problem is that the man might be a little bit younger than her, and she's like, is this okay? And it's like, yes, it is. Don't worry about it. The man will come into your life, and he will be there, and he will be good for you. And the only problem is I get the 8 of Cups here, which shows a man walking away from, or someone walking away from the goodies here. Some decisions are going to have to be made about what you really want. So be very careful about it, and be very, almost if you can step aside and look at it as if you were looking at somebody else's, if that makes any sense. Look at somebody else's life. Just be aware of all your decisions. Okay? This man will come into your life. Or maybe he's already there. I'm not sure. I'm not picking up for sure on that. But he's a good man. He will be a honest man. And even if he's a little bit younger, that's okay. That's okay. Trust me.
All right. So just to let everybody know that these are actually for entertainment purposes only. So that's just to let you know. And the cards actually I got though for Cheryl. Cheryl is actually here in Ontario though. She's north of Barrie, which is pretty good though. She's at, so even basically though it's right where you are. If you go straight across and just still up a little bit more, she's up in that way actually in Ontario. So so the first card I got though was Salmon. All right, you know where you're going and you know exactly how to get there. All right. So with anything though that's going actually on, especially with your neighborhood or with the little problems so that you're being faced, all right, you know exactly right where you're going to go and how to get there. All right, your guardians are going to be with you 100%. All right, so that's actually coming to you. The next one though, that's actually though I actually pulled out while I was thinking about you, Cheryl. This one here is monkeys. All right, the situation calls for basically abundance and also welcoming. So all right, so the way right there, that's for you also. I do apologize if there's a little bit of a glare, but that there is actually for you. All right, so monkeys, so they love to actually play around, they actually have fun, which is one thing that I've actually seen actually on for you. The other thing though that is actually though that's pulled out for you though, this one here is giraffe. All right, you are able to see, all right, what is in store for the future. All right, so basically though is if there's any problems around or anything happening actually on within your children's actually work area or whatever, all right, you know exactly what's going to actually happen. All right, you deal with the angels and ancestor cards from Kyle Gray, but again though today what I used though was actually the animal power cards. All right, so that's actually for you. All right, so Christy, is there anything though that you'd like to know tonight? Chance, love. All right. Do you just want to do a normal reading actually just for Christy, Eva?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to do a normal reading for Christy Dawn?
A general reading?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I was looking at our sunset. It is absolutely stunning.
That is
I don't know how I can get a picture of it.
What color is the sky tonight? Is it more red tonight or?
It is a beautiful red and rose colors against the purple clouds that have been kind of hanging around. But where I'm sitting, there is a little bit of a woods, and it looks like there's a fire behind the woods, you know, from the sun shining through. It's gorgeous. I'm like, wow, God does good work.
Yes. Yeah, divine master, he does.
Creator spirit, divine master, he who is.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. So I'll let you get that started for Christy Dawn.
Christy Dawn.
Yeah.
5 of rods. Or wands. 2 of swords. Decisions are being made. You've got to one or the other. It's not an iffy thing, or, you know, well, if this, if that. It's like decision. It's either or. And this is the Nine of Swords. And this card, I always like to see, it's not a very happy looking card. You know, it's like, this woman's got swords all over her and she's crying. But when I look at the card, I always think, whatever, because it is the last card in the thing, whatever it is that you're getting involved with, there will be no more tears in the night. It's going to go away. The Five of Rods also shows a bit of a conflict. That's why the decision card, or the second card, the Two of Swords, yeah, there's something going on. You're going to have to make an either or decision. And whichever decision you make, it will end the tears in the night that you're dealing with. And the last card of the drop, the top card, is the Ace of Swords, or excuse me, the Ace of Coins. So, and that's another good one. Ace is always the start of something new. So you're going to go into a new phase in your life, or a new, I don't want to say phase. I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of, it's just a new kind of direction that you were heading for in the first place, but this just kind of solidifies it. Okay?
All right, wonderful. All right, so Christy, actually, right when I'm shuffling, though, you might have seen actually though one card popped out, so that's actually your most important card that's gonna be at the end. So the very first one I got for you though is Rabbit. All right, you're creative. So you're creative, all right, which is so true. Look what you just created. For those that don't know, Christy Dawn just created actually the pendant actually of the red dress for the celebration, which was yesterday, which was for the murdered Indigenous women and also for the Two Spirit people. So she just did that. So all right, so it's creative. All right. Sorry, your creative is at the peak right now. All right. So right now you're actually at the peak actually for your creativity. That's one thing that's really good though, and it's rabbits. So rabbits are actually what we always know from the movie Thumper, whenever they actually get excited. All right. That back foot keeps on thumping. So that way you're keeping yourself motivated, keep yourself going. The next one that we're looking actually at, Christy, is the Pelican. All right. And this is forgiveness. All right. Let go of any judgments. So basically though is if there's any little problems so that you've actually been facing within the past or within the past weeks, all right, forget about actually all about that. Leave the judgment actually at the door, brush it underneath that sort of awkward mess that's actually outside right now up there in Thunder Bay. So yeah, keep that going. Don't be judging at all, which is awesome. I know that you really don't that you say that you don't judge, but we all judge. The next one though is Turtle. This one here is Retreat. All right, stop trying. All right, to make something happen, and that goes exactly with what Eva's cards were. All right, so stop trying to make things happen. All right, this one here, actually your guides are actually coming to us today and letting us know though that you have to be able to move forward. So all right, our next one though, like the first one though that popped out for you though is Giraffe. Foresight. All right, you are able to see basically all what's in store within the future for you and also with your son, which is awesome. All right, you want to be able to move forward and everything else, which is awesome for you, and that's what we got today. Anyway, so thanks a lot for everybody. Be sure to click like, subscribe right here actually underneath Divine Oracle readings. I know it says actually live readings. I don't know why it says that, but actually that needs to be a little bit fixed up for next week. So we will be here next Friday. Anything else, Eva, tonight?
Have a great week. We're going to start getting warmer weather. Yay!
Yay!
Summer is getting closer. And I promise I will not complain about the heat. After the cold winter we had, I am not going to complain about the heat.
That's good. That's good. All right. So from us to you, again, click like, subscribe. We will see you guys next Friday here, hopefully with no technical problems that we actually had earlier tonight. And thank you very much to our moderator tonight, which is Trevor. Join him live actually Sundays at 4:00. Who knows? Eva might be actually a guest sometime shortly, actually underneath Trevor's podcast. All right. So that's actually underneath Haunted Live podcast, actually underneath YouTube. From us to you guys have a wonderful night. See you later. Bye.
Have a great week.
Your way, your way away. Your way high. Your way high. Your way, hey ya, hey yo, hey ya, hey yo, hey, hey.